We're back with the Screen Team. We're doing all Friday the 13th movies here this evening, at least for the first half hour. We're doing Friday the 13th Part 3, which was in 3D. Also Friday the 13th Part 4, which was Final Chapter?
Final Chapter.
Pow. And the next one we're going to be doing is Friday the 13th Part 5, right?
6.
Part 6.
I skipped over
What
5.
about Part 5, man?
There's a reason why I skipped over 5.
What's 5 called, first off?
I'm trying to remember the title of it. Part 5 would be A New Beginning.
That goes with the...
It's a new beginning.
Okay.
And once you watch the movie, it makes sense. It's a new beginning. The basis of that one, somebody rips off the Jason character.
So Jason isn't in there?
No, it's a copycat.
Gotcha.
The guy uses the whole Jason plot and gets the town all in the uproar thinking, Jason's back. No, he's not. He's dead.
Can I ask you a question? And I don't know if this is a spoiler or not, but so he's a copycat. Do you find this out at the very beginning of the movie or at the very end?
You find it out at the very end.
Okay.
Unless you're a real fan of the movie, you'll notice there's a little detail on the hockey mask. Jason's mask has red. This guy's mask had blue.
All right.
Yeah, there's a blue stripe in the middle. Not stripe, but a blue emblem in the middle.
We're learning all kinds of stuff today, man.
I caught this the first time I seen the movie. Something's not right about this.
Yeah.
Something stinks. Either they're cutting budget so bad or this isn't Jason.
Yeah.
And I got to notice other things too. One of Jason's eyes was always dark because it was deformed.
Mm-hmm.
You can see both of this guy's eyes, and they were bright blue.
Yeah.
Well, this ain't right. The clothes were different. Something's wrong here.
So, and obviously it's not Jason. So that's why you don't like number 5, because your boy, your superhero, is not in it, right?
Nope.
All right. So number 6 is called.
You call me
Jason Lives?
Yes. I'll give this.
Hey, that's all right. Just come back to me. I got this, man. I got this. So
Jason Lives.
Jason Lives. Is this your favorite one?
This is my favorite,
okay.
Even though I forgot the title briefly. This
right,
is
man.
my favorite. Obviously, because Jason's reborn.
Mm-hmm.
Tommy, who
took care of business
in the first one. Now in 5, he's appeared too.
So he's back in 5?
He's in 5 also.
Wow.
He's in 5. He's grown up. He's a grown man, or not grown man. He's probably 18, 19, 20 something maybe.
Did Corey Feldman do it again, or did they get somebody else?
Different guy.
Okay.
Different guy. And he's thinking he's seeing Jason, but he's really not. Okay. He winds up taking the guy out in Part 5. Well, now Part 6, he comes back and he's still struggling with this. And him and one of his friends bust out of the mental hospital.
Mm-hmm.
And he's telling this guy, he's like, I got to know for sure. I've got to know for sure. Because it's still reeling in his head in Part 5 what had happened.
Yeah.
Like, this guy's using the character, but why? So Part 6, it begins where they go to his resting place. He digs up the hole, throws over the wood, and there's this, what's left of a body laying there. And a hockey mask, and worms are crawling all over the place, and they'll see that he just starts freaking out.
Mm-hmm.
He goes over, he grabs a fence post off of the wrought iron fence, and just starts stabbing him, freaking out and going crazy and everything. And his buddy's going, calm down. And he sticks it right where his heart would be.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, a storm comes up and lightning hits the rod, and boom! There's Jason Bourne, man.
No,
but not only is he reborn, he's rebooted. Now he's powerful and unstoppable, like he could stop a freight train.
Oh my goodness!
Yes, he's back. The man behind the mask. That song was sung by Alice Cooper, which was the theme to this movie, which is a whole nother reason why I like it.
Yeah,
because it's got it's the total 80s, late 80s whole thing in this movie. You had a hot rod car, you had a hot blonde chick.
The whole thing, man.
You had all the hairband music going on, and you had the coolest serial killer of all time. And now he's freaking huge, you know.
All right, so I got to know some stuff because I have not yet seen number 6. So we're getting some spoilers here. So if that's a problem, obviously just look away from the video for a few seconds. So, Tommy, what happens to him?
He lives.
He lives?
He lives. He's the one person.
He's like, he knows how to handle Jason.
Yeah, he figured him out somehow. Now, this is the last time you ever see Tommy's character.
So
he finally had enough. He's like, you know what? Third time's a charm. I'm gone.
Wow.
Him and the chick hook up. They're done. But I mean, but there's other things in this movie. You notice things about Jason and his character. They've turned to camp now for kids, not just teenagers, but all the camp counselors. They got these little kids in there, little kids on up to like 12, 13, young kids. And Jason busts in to one of these cabins where all these little kids are at. And he's walking around and he's looking, but you can tell he's not there to kill a kid.
Yeah.
There's a reason why. He was a kid himself. He kind of still is. So he's kind of got sympathy for the kids.
Right.
It's the camp counselors and the teenagers that he's got an issue with because they turn their back on him when he needed them most.
And we find this out in the first one, correct?
Pretty much, yeah. His mother tells the story.
Because supposedly he had died drowning. Was that the case?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was drowning. He was a special needs child. He was deformed and not quite right. And the counselors just pretty much turned, they didn't care. They were off doing their thing, partying and, doing everything else. And meanwhile, he's out there drowning and he can't swim. Now his mother, she loses her one and only because of their sin, basically. Yeah. So she flips her lid and she goes on killing people.
And that's basically what this series is about. It's about it's a revenge.
It's totally built on revenge.
Yeah.
But the thing about Jason's character, and this is the reason I like Jason so much, is that he kills the stupid people.
Yeah.
He kills the ones that justifiably kind of probably should. In this situation, probably should die. Sounds morbid, but if you see this guy out in the woods, it's obvious he's not normal because he's 6 foot whatever and hockey mask. Don't ask questions. You need to run the other way.
Yeah.
And don't try to fight him. It's obvious he's crazy. He's huge. How are you going to fight that?
That's true.
He's going to take you out.
And he usually does.
And he does. He wins every time. Don't believe that? Ask Freddy Krueger.
That's right. That's right, man. They've done so many films since 6. They've done 7 where he's brought back by some girl with telepathic powers. So he dies again in 6, right? Kind of. All right.
Yeah.
So he's brought back to life.
He takes a long nap. He takes a water nap.
7 he goes to Manhattan, right?
Yeah.
8 he goes to hell.
Wait.
Or do I get
8
that?
He goes to Manhattan.
8 he goes to Manhattan.
Yeah.
7 he went to hell.
9 he goes to hell.
Well, what was 7?
7 was, I want to say, the new breed.
Okay.
That's the girl that brought him back through telekinesis and all that kind of stuff.
10 he goes to space. I hope you guys are following. And then do they stop at 10 or do they go to 11?
We go to 11, and I want to say that this would have been either the Jason versus Freddy or the new one. No, Jason versus Freddy.
Okay.
And then we've got the
reboot.
The reboot, and we're waiting on part 13.
Friday the 13th film.
Which
it's coming out next year. I think in 2017.
It's supposed to. It should have already been out, but there's been a lot of things that you can go on the web and you'll figure out. There's been a lot of ups and downs, back and forths, and people wanting to rewrite the story. And yeah, it's supposed to be a knock your socks off movie.
Just out of curiosity, what would you want to see? Because obviously you've seen a whole lot of different stuff. What would you like to see with this new one?
Basically what they're coming up with. They're coming up with an origin. Mm-hmm. Even though, you probably ought to know the origin, but what's deeper? What made him this way? Was it the fact that somebody seen his mother die, or was there something else?
So would you be okay with a movie that just dealt with him as a kid?
I wouldn't mind that.
I mean, no him in the hockey mask kind of thing.
Well, we've all seen that. We know what's coming up.
Yeah.
A prequel type thing. I wouldn't mind that.
Okay.
It especially if it went ahead and kind of led on up to the other things, as we know. We've all come to know and some love.
Good stuff. Good stuff, man. All right.
Jason is my superhero.
So, basically, if you're recommending films to the audience out there, these are the 3 films that you would recommend.
These are my personals, yes.
Okay.
Because we all know about part 1. It's not really Jason, but he does make an appearance.
Mm-hmm.
Part 2, it's Jason doing the killing. But everybody knows the iconic character with the hockey mask. There's no hockey mask in 2. 3 is the birth of the hockey mask. And I want to say the machete, too.
Okay.
Then you get the 4. Well, obviously, that's where everybody thinks he dies. That's the first time you see him really get dealt with for real. And it's a kid that takes him down, which I think there's some significance there. It's not some big, strong guy or older person. No, it's a kid. And maybe that was the reason he did go down.
And then 6, he comes back.
6 is the rebirth of Jason, and he's energized like he's drinking. He stored a line of cocaine or something. I don't know. He's back.
That is so wild, man. It's Friday the 13th. There's 12 different movies, but we reviewed 3, 4, and 6. Doug, thank you so much for the insight.
Thank you.
And as soon as that new one comes out, we'll get you back on, all right?
Absolutely. I can't wait.
All right, man. Coming up after the break, we'll have our good friend Jerry Foster in the studio, and we'll review the movie Waiting for Guffman. It's coming up next on KWOC.